Hello, Namaskar, welcome you to the SAAR Analysis. I am Chaman Nayak and here's my take. What if one missile deal could reshape the balance of power across Indo-Pacific and quietly place India among the world's most influential defense exports? Well, this is exactly what be unfolding as Prime Minister Narendra Modi prepares his next upcoming visit to Indonesia, where BrahMos missile deal with Indonesia is expected to dominate the discussion. And here's why this matters. Well, Indonesia is not a small customer. It is the South Asia's largest country, home to 280 million people, and sit astride some of the world's most critical maritime trade routes. Well, if the agreement finalized, Indonesia could become the third Southeast Asian nations after Philippines and Vietnam to acquire the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile. And the numbers tell a bigger story. India's defense export have surged from less than 2,000 crore a decade ago to 23,000 crore annually, reflecting New Delhi's ambitions to become the major global arms supplier. And the BrahMos missile, capable of traveling nearly 3 times of the speed of sound, has emerged as a flagship product of India's defense manufacturing evolution. But this story is bigger than just missiles. Well, Indonesia is the largest maritime neighbor. The two nations sit near the vital sea lanes through which the trillions of dollars of the global trade passes every year. Well, in an era marked by rising geopolitical tensions, geopolitical competition in Indo-Pacific, defense cooperation is rapidly becoming the strategic necessity rather than diplomatic options. Well, for Indonesia, BrahMos strengthened the coastal defense and maritime deterrence. Well, for India, it signals something even more significant. A transition from being one world's largest arms importer to becoming the trusted defense partner for the regional powers. And in the recent dialogue in Singapore, India's defense secretary confirmed that discussions with Indonesia are in final stages. And that statement alone indicates how close both nations may be to be concluding one of the most consensual defense agreement in the recent regional history. Well, the broader message is unmistakable. From Philippines to Vietnam and potentially Indonesia, a network of strategic partnerships emerging across Southeast Asia. And these are not merely the weapons transactions, they are representing the growing confidence in Indian technology, Indian manufacturing, and most importantly, India's role as a security provider in Indo-Pacific. And perhaps that's the real headline. And this isn't the story just about missile, it is the story about exporting influence, building alliances, and securing sea lanes and redefining India's place in global strategic order. Well, here the question is, if Indonesia becomes the third largest Southeast nations to deploy BrahMos, are we witnessing the rise of India as a major defense power, or the beginning of new security architecture across the Indo-Pacific? Let me know these perceptions in my comment sections. That's all from today's analysis. I will be back with another episode. Till then, for this.